What's up, guys? Today, I'm going to take a look at another pair of whites here. This is a Stockman, is the model. This is a limited release that whites did. Uh, they they released this and a Packer in the same leather here. So this is the Stockman. It's on the 55 last. I got it in the size that I usually get the 55 last on, which is 11.5D. I'm a 12D Brannick. This boot, it's uh, it's stitch down construction, so it's a little different than most of my other whites. Almost all the other whites that I have the hand sewn stitch down thing where they use an actual welt. This is just regular stitch down. See there. What I noticed is it felt a little roomier uh, than the same size as all my other whites, like at the ball. Like it didn't usually on my hand sewn stitch down ones. It starts pretty not really snug, but it starts snug there for me in those. And this one felt a little roomier at the ball. I don't know if that would be just variance and lasting, or maybe something to do with the leather or the construction itself, since it's not welted. Uh, I have no idea, but it did feel a little roomier at the ball than all my other whites with the hand sewn stitch down. Um, it's a 8 inch, and it's an 8 inch height boot. It's got a pull loop. It's got antique brass hardware there. It has a unstructured toe. Like when I bought it, I didn't see anything that on their website that said it was a unstructured toe. But yeah, just so you know, it is, which is a plus since I love an unstructured toe. It's got the Whites calls it a lowered Packer heel. It just kind of looks like a dogger heel to me. That some of the other Pacific Northwest bootmakers would call it. Whites called it a lowered Packer heel. Um, so the sole is a 430 Vibram mini lug sole. Probably one of my all-time favorite boot soles. I love it. The leather is from Maryam Tannery in Italy. It's the colors. I think it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Muschio, maybe Muschio. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a this. It's a little darker now than from when I first got it, but it's almost like a really pale light brown. Kind of a cool color. It's like has a matte look to it, to the leather. I talked to someone at White's when I first got it about trying to find out exactly what tannage of horse from Maryam that this is, and the people at White's, the person I was talking to wasn't really couldn't really tell me when I was like asking what tannage it is, if it's like a TPR tannage or what. And it was like I was speaking Italian to the person. They didn't really know what the heck I was talking about. So so I don't know, but I mean, I looked on Merriam's website just to see like if I could figure out what tannage of horse this is, and just on their site they have horse foreparts and horse breeches. Uh, I'm assuming that means horse fronts and horse rumps, horse butts. I think I don't know for sure, but I'm just assuming that what it is. That's what it is. But I was looking, like I've measured the leather thickness on the shafts, and it was 2 to 2.2 millimeters thick. And just from the listings on Merriam's site, it seems like the thickest that their horse fronts go up to is like 2 millimeters. And I've measured some of the other horse Merriam horse butt boots that I know are Merriam horse butts that I have, and they're around the same thickness as this. So I'm guessing that this is horse butt. Like I'm not 100% sure on that. But just because of the thickness, I'm guessing that it's a horse butt and it's not a horse front. I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% sure. Um, and just going through like other boots that I've had, trying to figure out maybe what tannage it is. So this is the waxed, like the reverse horse butt. They use the reverse side of it and they kind of put this, I don't know, was it like a resin or a wax over it, almost like a wax flesh looking thing. Like this is fuzzier now, but like when I first got it, it was completely smooth, like you would see a wax flesh, and that's definitely different than this. So it's not the reverse stuff. I've got a pair of uh, boots in the washed horsehide, and that on the wash stuff, you can see it's got a lot more texture to it. Like you can see almost the shrunkenness. It almost looks like the draw of it and all that. So it's definitely not this. This is a lot more smooth. You can't really see anything like that on it. So I don't think it's that. And then just TPR, the TPR stuff that Maryam does, it has this kind of glossy finish to it, and it's definitely not the same as this. Uh, there was no gloss to this at all. It's pretty matte. So I'm thinking just from looking at the Maryam website and looking at the other horse butt boots that I have, I'm thinking this is just the regular Vaqueta stuff. I could be totally wrong, but just from the process of elimination, looking at all the stuff that I have, that's what I'm guessing it is. If you know for sure, like maybe if you've talked to someone at White's that knew a little more than the person that I talked to, let me know in the comments. Because I would really like to know for sure. But I think it's just the Vaqueta horse butt. Uh, yeah. So the leather water spots like crazy. Uh, the first day I got it, I think I washed my hands and I just got up one little drop on the toe, and like it was super noticeable. And then just wearing it over the winter, like in the snow and stuff, this is how it kind of looks. Uh, after winter was over, I put a coat of Obanoff's boot oil on this. I was kind of thinking that maybe it would have evened everything out, but no, it didn't at all. Uh, the boot started out a lot lighter in color than this. It was like a real pale light brown. Um, I mean, they had darkened a little just from wearing them. Like before I even put the boot oil on it, the boot oil actually didn't darken it all that much, like as I thought it was going to. Um, I think just wearing them has darkened them more than the boot oil did. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Uh, I know a lot of people would probably, some of you guys watching this probably would hate for to have your leather look like that, but I think it looks kind of cool. It's a little different than what it started out as. I think it looks kind of cool, and you can kind of see where my pants cuff has started like burnishing it there on the counter, getting a little shiny there, and you can see how where my pants are rubbing on it kind of darken these high spots on it too. I just think it looks cool. Maybe not the most elegant or prettiest thing. Definitely cool looking, I think. So yeah, if you're someone that hates water spotting, uh, this probably wouldn't be a great leather for you. Uh, I like the way it looks though. The boot has been great. You know, with the sole and the height, makes it great for just doing everything. Uh, I wear this thing a lot, like when I'm when I don't really know what I'm gonna wear that day, I'll just grab these usually and throw them on because it's a great boot. It does. It is one of the louder boots that I have. Like if you can hear that, so super creaky. That's just from the heel counter creaking in there. Yeah, so I think I only have one boot that's noisier than this one. I have like a pair of Alden shell cordovan boots that are creakier than this. But yeah, pretty creaky. You guys hear that walking around in them. But other than that, they've been pretty awesome boots. Weigh them here. So I'll say 2 pounds, 13 ounces. Kind of typical for, like I would, it's a pretty hefty boot. Kind of typical for a PNW boot in an 8-inch height. But yeah, awesome boot. I really like them. Uh, the stitch down, it's whatever, I guess. I think I would like them more if they had the hand sewn welt thing from Whites, but this is perfectly fine. They do have the Packer in this same leather that they made. That's got the hand sewn welt. If you're into like Packers, I don't know how many of these they have left in stock, uh, but they do still have them on the site. But yeah, so those are the boots. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.